Okay, hello everyone. My name is Ashley. I'm from the Clem Public Library, and I'm here to go over the events and programs and everything that's happening this month at the Clem Public Library. So, kind of a newsletter overview um, to discuss everything because we have some new programs that we're going to be doing in 2026, and of course, we have some normal ones that we've always done, but we just want Oh, excuse me, I have hiccups. We just wanted to go over everything. And I apologize if I'm a little bit sniffly. It's winter time, and of course, I have a cold, but I will do the best that I can. So, first of all, if you come to the Clem Public Library, we do have um, copies of the newsletter. You can come pick them up. We also have copies of just the calendar. This is kind of a breakdown of everything that's happening. Today, of course, is January 2nd. So later on today, I will have the Inkverse Live come out, and that's just discussing the upcoming Inkverse, which is our graphic novel book club. But I'll get there. Anyway, Ashley, stop yapping and get to the information. So our first event is going to be on January 26th. This is something that we've done. I believe this is our fourth or fifth year doing the local author showcase. We have a lot of new authors. Misty has been working really hard on this. She has been in contact with a lot of authors that do events in Terre Haute, and you can see the names of all the authors that are coming here. This is just a very relaxed meet and greet. They come, they're going to have tables set up, they have information about and copies about all the items that they have written. Either they are local local history. We have a couple of those authors. We have someone that has cookbooks. We have um, just a lot of fiction, nonfiction, and it's just a way to showcase all the talent that we have here in the Wabash Valley. So a lot of these individuals, they're from Clinton, Rockville, Terre Haute area, or they grew up here, they might have moved away and they're coming back for the event, but they're the talent that we have around us. So we want to really showcase that and give the community an opportunity to come and just come and chat with them, learn about their process, learn about what their books are about. They'll have, of course, copies of their books available for purchase. So there's just different things that you can come and do, and it's just an evening, and it's going to be the last Monday of the month. So again, this is going to be Monday, January 26th. Starts at 6 p.m. and the authors would stay for about an hour and a half. And we have the tables set up on our balcony, so it's a really relaxed evening where you can just go and for the authors, if you are thinking about getting into writing, or you're just interested in the process, it's a good networking opportunity too. Or if you have an event and you want to come and talk to some authors to see if they can come to your event, it's a good way to meet a lot of different people from our area and to see just all the, like, we use it to showcase the talent and just be proud of our community. The next one is another local author. He's going to be, I believe his name is on there. Yes. So Steve Meeker, he writes nonfiction local history. So he is actually going to have he just released his book, The Sixth Man Missing, and it's about a local history event that happened here in Clinton, Indiana. So this author signing event is going to be on Saturday, January 17th from 11 to 1. He'll be here to talk about his book. He will be able to sign copies of his book. But it says, join us for a special afternoon celebrating local history. Acclaimed author Stephen Meeker will be signing copies of his latest book on the actual event of a botched bank robbery in Clinton, Indiana that happened on December 16th, 1930. And we were helping him with a lot of research because he he got all the details. Boy, the things that he was researching and having us look up for him, there's a lot of detail in this book. It says this is a wonderful opportunity to meet the author and ask questions and get a copy of the book personally signed. So that will be on January 17th, 2026. Okay, we are doing, this is the second year that we've had a winter reading program. This one is not as big as last year. We're kind of just, with all of us being sick, we're bringing it down a little bit. But the Beanstack, which is kind of our online application that we use to track the reading for all of our reading book clubs and competitions and things, they had this Reading with Benny winter reading challenge. So we're using that theme and then adding some of our programs to it. So starting January 12th and going all the way to February 28th, you can track, and this is for the youth, so pre-K all the way up to 12th grade. You can use the Beanstack app to track your reading. We're actually going to be tracking in minutes to see how that goes. There's a timer on the Beanstack app if you want to actually, once you start reading, you hit start, and then when you're done reading, you hit stop. I'm horrible at that. I cannot remember to do that. So you can always, we say, a page a minute. So if you get through a book and it's 200 pages, you can log 200 minutes. So that's kind of our basis, or, it kind of averages out. But that's how we kind of record minutes, just to give you a heads up. Or if you're listening to audiobooks, you could just say, oh, well, this audiobook is 2 hours, so I did, 2 hours of reading. But you can track your time. You can track your reading with Beanstack. Again, the reading starts on January 12th and will go all the way through February 28th. The programs that we'll be doing to celebrate this winter reading program, we wanted to showcase our STEAM Squad programs. They are that's a new program that we're doing this year, and I'll have more detail about it in a little bit. But those will happen on January 12th, January 26th, February 9th, and February 23rd. So you can come and learn about what animals do in the winter. And then in February, on the 5th and the 12th, we'll actually have some craft days. We'll have some art days. So if you want to come and create some art, and we'll hold on to that art, because then we're going to have a art show on the 26th. So that's going to be, and you can, as you read and track your pages, you'll be earning little goodies too. So there will be that kind of reward system going on. Okay, so our adult book club. Each month we have an adult book club where they pick some books, and we'll actually have some copies of these books free to give away. So if you are interested in owning your own copy, or just stopping in and grabbing a copy of the book, stop in and see if they're still available. Each month we have, I know last year we did 5 copies, but this year we are able to get a couple more copies of each book. But January's title, this is January, February, March. So you can see The Shallows, Letters from Paris, and A Place Called Hope is going to be the first 3 months. There we go. So January's book club, we actually have you can come in and grab your copies now of this book. We still have copies available. But then we're going to have a book discussion on the balcony on Monday, or it's actually Tuesday, January 27th. Sorry, that is a typo. Yeah, Tuesday, January 27th, because Monday is our local author event, and we didn't want to kind of get in the way of that. So instead of Monday, it's supposed to be Tuesday, January 27th at 5 p.m. We're going to be out on the balcony. So this book, it says, is Google making us stupid? When Nicholas Carr posted that question in a celebrated Atlantic essay, he tapped into a well of anxiety about how the internet is changing us. He has also crystallized one of the most important debates of our time. As we enjoy the internet's bounties, are we sacrificing our ability to read and think deeply? So it's another kind of look where you're stepping back, and yes, the internet and all this information is wonderful, but what is it really doing to us? So that's what this book discussed. And again, on Tuesday, January 27th at 5 p.m., that's when we'll be doing our in-house book discussion. And she'll also have the discussion on Facebook Live. So if you can't make it here, you can watch the live and kind of post your questions and everything there. For Ink First, so that was our adult book club. Do I have, here we go. We have a graphic novel and comic book club as well. It's called Ink First, and we utilize the application Comics Plus for this book club. It's all online. You log in with your library card. It's a free app that we provide for you, that you can read all of these titles yourself, and it's simultaneous use, so there's no waiting in line, there's no placing holds. Everyone can read the comic books at the same time. So in January, Stranger Things is really popular right now, so we're going to read some of the holiday specials. And today, I will be releasing the Ink First Live, where we discuss the Stranger Things holiday special. So this is actually 3 comics in one. It's a Halloween special, a winter special that goes over some classic Christmas titles, stories that has a Stranger Things twist on it, and then a summer special. So it's really fun. And there's also a lot of other Stranger Things comics on Comics Plus, graphic novels, so you can really have some fun there. In February, we'll be doing Plants vs. Zombies. And in March, we will be talking about Scales and Scoundrels and the first book in that. Okay, so each month we do virtual author talks. This is something that, sorry, I need a drink. This is something that you can either remote in from home and submit your questions, listen to the author talk live, or you can come to the Clinton Public Library, and we have it on one of our televisions where you can watch from here too. And we will help you submit any questions that you might have. But this is the the one that's on January 13th at 2 p.m. Like I said, you can register at home or online. And then we have another one that's on January 20th at 2 p.m. So we have on our website, you can see this, libraryc.org/ClintonPL. If you stop there without the numbers, it will go to the main homepage where it lists all of the virtual author talks, because there are some that happen after hours that we can't show here, but you guys can still request a Zoom link to get in and watch from home. But these, it's a way of listening to some really interesting topics, some big name authors, virtually, of course, but they're still really enjoyable. Okay, so Table Talk. This is a new program that we're doing. It's going to be alive. Sorry. Gotta love wintertime. This is going to be another virtual program that we offer. And this is where, think almost like a Mr. Rogers, come and learn with me kind of. This is a way for our staff to take you on a tour of the building to showcase different services, programs that we have on a virtual. So it's kind of like a lunchtime. If you want something to listen to, come and listen to us, because we're going to be telling you about the Clinton Public Library and how awesome it is. So it says, welcome to Table Talk, the new monthly CPL information live stream. Join this library staff member online on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube the first Thursday of the month at noon. Each month will cover a new service or location in the Clinton Public Library. And on January 6th at noon, you'll actually hear from me. Sorry. But we're going to be doing a tour of our genealogy room. We also call it our local history room. And I will be just showing you all the stuff that we have to offer because we've been getting a lot of different donations in. We have a lot of information in that room, and I'm just in like you can come in and use Ancestry for free on our computers. So we're just going to be going over some of the services. In February, it looks like we're going to tour the library balcony, the second floor of the library. There's a lot of just cozy hangout spots there. We have Right now we have a book sale that's going on. Our nonfiction's up there. Quick reads, which are just really short books that you can just sit and read. But we're going to be doing a tour of the balcony. And then in March, we're going to be talking about our library patio, which actually was brand new last year. It just opened up, but we're going to be talking about how that's there for you guys to utilize and all the fun stuff that you can do there. Oh, this is talking about the January one. Sorry. But we'll be talking about, the local history room. So there's a quick picture of it. All right. So Tuesday's Tools and Tips is another new program that we're doing for the adults. So this will also be a live stream no, I don't know. I think it's going to be a live stream. Oh, that's too many. But this is going to be, if you have some questions and you want to come and learn, just okay. Well, tools and tips will be offered on the third Tuesday at 5 p.m. The library staff will cover topics such as what is the best website to write your resume? Do you need keyboarding help? Try these sites for practice. Let's learn Ancestry.com and learn about researching our family history. We will be going over our 3D printer that we have and doing some programs on those. So it's just another kind of technology based. If you want to learn possibly something new or if you want a refresher course, this is a program for you. Again, it's going to be offered on the third Tuesday of the month. In January, it's going to be January 20th at 5 p.m. And we're going to be going over what are some of the best websites to write a resume. So if you happen to be searching for a job, stop in and learn about that. In February, we're going to be how do I search for a job online? In March is how do I apply for those jobs? So there's a lot of different things that go through that. And if you get lost searching online for jobs, this might be a perfect thing for you. All right, Crafternoon. So the adult only crafts have been really popular. So we have created a monthly adult craft and audiobook club. So the thought behind this is, you can come in and you can work on a craft. You can do something crafty. Let me see if I have a picture. Yeah. So in January 16th from 1 p.m., we're going to be doing this wooden snowman. But then we're going to, while you guys are crafting, we're going to be playing either an audiobook or there's a lot of podcasts out there of like true crime or an author talking about their next book. So we're going to have that in the background playing. So if you just want to sit and kind of concentrate on what you're doing, you can also listen to a lovely audiobook in the background. So it says Crafternoon is a new monthly adult craft and book club or audiobook club. They craft and create while listening to an audiobook. This group will meet at the Clem Public Library on the third Friday of the month. Craft time will start at 1 p.m. And please contact the library and register just so we can make sure that we have enough craft supplies set out for that day. This month, January 16th at 1 o'clock, we're going to be doing the wooden snowman. It looks like in February 20th, we're going to be making a coaster out of yarn and a CD. And then on March 20th, you get to design your own bookmark. So they're very easy, we're wanting it to be relaxing and something fun for the adults to do. Sorry, I had to take a drink. Gotta love wintertime. Okay. So then we also have our family craft days. So you can, that was on a Friday at 1 p.m. So it's not conducive to everyone. But on Saturdays, on the second Saturday of the month, we will have craft supplies set out from 11 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And this is for all ages, whoever wants to make it. If you're by yourself, or if you want to bring in your whole family, or if you have, um, grandkids and you want to go, this is for everyone. So on January 10th, we are making a no-sew game bag. So this is where you take some material. No, you don't have to sew anything. So it's just creating kind of this cinch bag that will hold these game pieces. And on the inside, we're actually going to be, I believe it's a tic-tac-toe board. You make a tic-tac-toe board, and we have some bottle caps that you'll be able to paint up and make a game. So that way, whenever you cinch up the bag, you have a game ready to go. So it's something perfect to leave maybe in your car so the kids can play in the back seat, or if you go to a picnic or something like that. In February, we'll be making some bookmarks, and we have some popular characters, as you can see. And in March, we'll be painting up some puzzle pieces and recycling some old puzzles and doing a door hanger that's in the shape of a clover for, kind of springtime. Our Lego club is continuing. It's always popular. This group meets every Wednesday at 4 p.m. In January, we're going to be having it's space themed. February is Pokemon, so each week we'll be making some Pokemon characters. And in March, we'll be covering a variety of holidays. So that will be, yeah. And it's technically open to all ages. If adults want to come in and build, they are more than welcome. We put the creations on display outside of the youth nonfiction room, and some months we do where you can vote on your favorite, and then other months we do kind of a collective build where each week we add something new to it. So it's really fun. They just got done in December. Each week they were adding to our Christmas village, so we just got done with that. Okay, we also offer movies. These are just free viewings that you can come in. We normally pop some popcorn. It's very laid back. We do some at noon and those, um, the ones that we do during the day, there might be some adult movies that are not rated for children, but then we also do an after school one that is very welcoming to children. So just be aware of the ratings, I guess. But of course, we all love K-pop Demon Hunters here. So on January 5th, that's a movie matinee. We'll be watching K-pop Demon Hunters at noon. The other movie matinee is going to be on January 26th, and that's going to be Freakier Friday. It's the second Freaky Friday. And then the after school movies are going to be on Wednesday, January 7th at 4:30. That's School of Rock. And then on January 21st at 4:30, we will be watching Pitch Perfect. Okay, the preschool party is something that we started last year. We're going to continue with it. This is for preschoolers, and we hold some type of activity, story time. In January, we're going to be making a rocket ship. It's actually a big cardboard that it's going to be a group effort coloring it and putting it together that the kids will be able to play with. That's going to be on January 8th. And we have a 10 o'clock where we run it for about 30 to 45 minutes. And then we repeat the same thing at 1 o'clock for, about 30, 45 minutes. In February, we will be making Valentine's with the kids. So it'll be a crafty thing. And then in March, the little ones, we're going to ask for them to bring in their stuffed animals, because then we're going to be doing a scavenger hunt with those stuffed animals. This is a new story time that we're trying out this year. So we wanted to offer a kind of sensory forward story time. So this will actually take place not in the children's room. We will be moving it upstairs to the meeting room. We will be spreading everything out. We'll be taking up our bean bags, and we have a lot of textual, like crunchy paper, bubble wrap, and we'll be reading a story, but we're not going to be using loud or animated voices. So we're going to be trying to make a very calming environment that families can still come and enjoy. It's almost, those few hours where Walmart doesn't play the music over the intercom because they just want to kind of bring down the energy level. So that's the idea of the sensory story time. This month it will be on January 9th, and we're offering at two different times, at 10 o'clock, and it will be offered again at 1 o'clock. So it says, using the library's meeting rooms, the sensory story time will have a spacious, calm environment with bean bags and items from our sensory corner. Staff will share a story, and the kids will have kind of free time to play. So it's, we read a story, and then we step away, and we don't have any other expectations of activities, and the families will just be able to play and to kind of have room to stretch out. And our hope is that it's just nice and calm. Okay, Steam Squad. This is another new one. Like I said, we have a lot of new programs. This took the place of our Steam Saturday. We used to do this once a month, but now we're kind of upping our game. So this actually meets every other Monday. And we have a morning time at 11, and then we have an after school time at 4. So we wanted it to be available for both homeschool families and public school families. So what this is, it says join the STEAM squad. This program will be offered on the second and fourth Monday at 11 a.m. and again at 4 p.m. Each program we will question, experiment, and explore a new topic. In January and February, STEAM Squad will learn about the lives of animals during the winter months. Information and activities will come from the PBS education website, and the library staff. So what we will be, this month of January and February, we'll actually be teaming up with PBS Kids. So they have some online videos. We'll watch a quick video. It'll ask a question, and then we'll do some programs, um, some activities that goes along with that question. So it will run for about an hour, and it's just a nice kind of getting them to think about why, or giving them a problem and having them solve that problem. So this on January 12th, we will be learning about how animals survive in the wintertime. Do they hibernate? How do they find food? Do they migrate? Just kind of going over those topics. On January 26th, we will be learning about butterfly migration and how they travel, and just that big Ooh, that big migration. On February 9th, we will be learning about animal tracks and how to identify them. So that's going to be really fun. About, if you see tracks on the mud or in the snow, who do they belong to? And then on February 23rd, this also goes by a grant that we um, received called the Flight Path program. We're going to be talking about winter bird watching. So you think about, okay, it's wintertime, there's no animals out there, but we're going to actually talk about what animals are there, what birds you can still watch, and kind of the methods, yeah, best methods to do bird watching. We're actually setting up a bird watching station here at the library, and we have some other materials that go along with that. That was gifted to us by the Flight Path grant. So that was, again, if you could register for this, or just give us a call, or send an email to Emma, just so we know how much um, items to prep. All right, our writing club is continuing in 2026. This is, we're doing a live, or if you want to meet in person and listen, it's normally a slideshow that's been put together by Cassie, and she talks about a certain aspect of writing. So in January, she's going to be talking about starting a good writing habit and sticking with it. So almost like that resolution of, let's start a new year off on a good foot. In February, she's going to be talking about the good, the bad, and the spicy stereotypes around romance. And then in March, she's going to be doing the Women's History Month, and she's going to be talking about famous female writers. So again, January, it says, did you make a New Year's resolution to write a book? Having a writing habit can go a long way on helping you reach your goal. We'll discuss how to start a writing habit and where to find communities to help you keep on track and more. So that's what they're going to be discussing on January 13th at 4 p.m. We will Teen Tech, we're changing up a little bit. Is being moved to a different day. Now it's on Wednesdays. So in January, we're going to be talking about microwave cooking, something that you can do at home with talking to the kids and showing the kids how to do some mug cakes, actually like mixing it up in the mug and sticking in the microwave to cook it. In February, we're going to be talking about our 3D pins and allowing the kids to create something new. And then we'll be doing 8-bit art with perler beads on March 11th. So the Teen Tech is held on the second Wednesday of the month at 5 p.m. upstairs in the teen room. The Teen Crafts, again, we moved it from Tuesday to Wednesday. So you can come and do the Lego Club, and then you can come upstairs and do a craft. So it's held on the fourth Wednesday of the month, starting around 5. And we might start a little bit earlier if it's more in depth and it takes a little bit more time. But we're shooting for that 5 p.m. time. So in January 28th, we're actually going to be doing a liquid, almost like a potion dice roller. And that's leading into, on February, we're going to be doing a D&D campaign with the kids. So this is where you can create what looks like a potion. You shake it up and you turn it upside down, and then the dice will actually float to the top. So it's a way of rolling your dice. In February, we're going to be doing beaded animals to go along with this STEAM squad. And then in March, we will be making a wooden door hanger, and it's going to be Hunger Games themed. All right, so this is going back to kind of in the future, not in January, but in February. Every Monday, we'll be doing kind of their tabletop games in the style of D&D, but they'll be meeting every Monday in February at 6 p.m. So please register for that. Give us a call if you're interested, just so we can make sure that we have enough players, or if we have too many players, we can split it up to 2 games. But Cassie's going to be taking care of that. All right, third Thursday, again, is continuing from last year. It's held on the third Thursday of the month in the craft room. In January, it's January 15th at 4 p.m. We're going to be doing Pooh's Snowy Day is the story. So we're going to be doing a craft, and then we have an indoor snowball fight that we're going to be doing. This is the third year for the indoor snowball fight, and it's always a popular one. We go up to the meeting room, and we have some material, like fuzzy balls, that the kids can do an indoor snowball fight. And then February 19th and March 19th are the next couple of months. All right, so this has been, let me go over here. Ooh, I'm out of breath. So this has been kind of an overview of the newsletter. If you come in, the pictures I'm showing now, this is actually the newsletter. So if you come in, we can give you a copy of it, and you can take it home. It goes through all of our book clubs, our upcoming, like this is the virtual author talks, some adult programs. So it has all the information. And again, let me go. Sorry, I'm going to make you guys sick real fast. Ooh, sorry. So, and then, like I said, at the very end, the very last page of the newsletter is the calendar of the upcoming events. So yeah, this has been, hopefully you'll come and visit us, attend some of these programs. If you would want information and all the dates and programs of just a certain age, just contact us. Like if you only want the adult programs, or if you only want to hear about the kid programs, we have those broken down too. So yeah, just come and see us this month. We have plenty going on, or you can come and just hang out at the Clem Public Library. So again, thank you for listening, and we will see you next month with Newsletter Live.